Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Today we're going to be doing another product review here on Amazon, and I wanted to review this product that I got back on November 3rd. And you'll see that I am a verified purchaser of this product. And what's great about this product is it's solar power. And for the longest time for me, putting lights out on my house kind of was cringe worthy because it was like, wait, lights are beautiful, and we can agree that during the holiday season, having lights on your house is a nice thing to do, but it's not environmentally friendly. It really isn't. I mean, and I don't want to say anything bad about people who do it. It's all for what your particular tastes are when it comes to the environment. For me, I felt like putting lavish lights on my house that plugged into my outlet was kind of counterproductive to the solar panels that I have on my house. So it just didn't appeal to me. Well, now they've got these lights out there that are solar powered. And what I like about these lights is it's a good strand. I have standard windows, box windows, the standard ones in any house. And these lights go from the left lower corner all the way up the side, across the top, and all the way down to the bottom corner. There's not enough lights to cover the under the window, but there's enough here to do that. So what I ended up doing is getting two packages of these, and these are two sets. So each package you buy for the $17.99, you're going to get two sets of lights, so you'll be able to do two windows. Now you could do an eave with them. You would have to stack them in a way. The solar panels are really tiny, and they got a stake. And what I ended up doing was just zip tying them to a location that was facing the sun all day, and they just zip tied in place. So I even have a couple that were able to the stake, I was able to jam between the shutter, and the shutter's holding it against the house, and it's just sitting there. Really easy to install. They've got a button that turns them on. I think that you hit the button again, it goes to blinky mode, and then you hit the button again and they shut off. Now the only problem I had with these lights was the fact that when I installed them, I had 1 week where it was terrible weather condition and they weren't charging. I would come home or I would go look outside right as soon as the sun goes down, because they got a sensor on them that turn them on, and they would be somewhat dim, and within an hour they wouldn't be on at all. And at first I was thinking, oh, maybe this product is a bad product. But when I got that first sunny day, that first really sunny day, well, that night they were very bright. You could see them very well, and they turned on around 5 in the afternoon, and they were still going when the sun came up the next day. They have a battery life to them, a length to them, I guess is what I want to say. Is it holds the charge pretty well. And now it's December 8th. I still have them out there, and they're still the same thing. If we get a sunny day, you're going to get the maximum length of battery on these things. What more can I say about them? You could see that 1,600 people have already reviewed them, and they're almost a 5-star. So what is that, a 4.5-star review? I can't imagine, unless you had some major problems with them, why you would not give this product a good review. They look pretty well. Now you see here in this picture the plastic teardrop. They just snap onto the lights, so you could take those off if you wanted, each one of these teardrops, if that's what you wanted to do, if you wanted to use them for a different kind of look. And then you just got a little light, a little dot light that's there. That is an option for you. Well, let's scroll down here. I always like to scroll down, and so you could do a comparative shopping view during my review. So these were 17 bucks. You can see others that are out there for the same type of price range, but these guys will look a little different. Obviously, they're not the teardrop design. Let's scroll down here past that. There's some people that asked a few questions about this product. You can always check that out. Some people have reviewed it and have posted what the lights look at. Let's look at this person's picture here. So yeah, that's about how bright they are in the dark. Yeah, I would agree. That's about how bright they are in the dark. They, you can see them from the road. They're pretty. They're pretty neat. Oh, and here's a picture of their solar panel. That's the size of the solar panel. This person decided to use the stake and stake it into the ground. And it's really, solar panels have come a long way. It's not back like 10 years ago when you had to have like a 12 by 12 inch by 12 inch panel to run these type of lights. That's not the case anymore. The solar panels have been more efficient, and the way they handle the battery in the battery in these devices. I have noticed that back in the day when you had solar panel devices, they all used a rechargeable AA, and you were replacing those rechargeable AA's all the time, and those were not cheap. Well, now these most of these devices have their own battery, proprietary to whatever the company is. It's just their battery, and they last maybe a year, maybe 2 years. You'll get out of them, and then granted they become a disposable item. But for $20, you're getting your money's worth out of them. Because definitely, I don't believe you can change the batteries in these things. So you just hope for the best. I had a set of these type of lights from another company that I had around in my cherry tree, and those lights lasted 4 years. They were still 4 years. It's like, wow, those lights are still working. They're still beautiful. And about by the end of the fourth year, what happened was we had a bad windstorm, and the lines had gotten brittle over time, and they just broke. And that's just a fact of Mother Nature being Mother Nature. Well, I would say that this is easily a 5-star product for me. I have no complaints. They were easy to install. Well, I would not say they were the easiest thing to get out of the box, though, because what they've done is they kind of just wrap them up and spool them up, and then you've got to make sure that when you get it, you unspool it the right way, maybe have an extra set of hands to walk the line away from you so that it doesn't get all bangled. Well, I didn't know that, so I'm just idiot boy trying to get it out of the box, and I got a Michael mess, and it was like, oh no, it's all tangled, and I had to spend like 8 minutes, 10 minutes untangling it all. And if I had just slowed down and knowing what they had done, so the second strand that they gave me, I was able to unwind it, get it all out, and make it work nicely. So you just gotta, it's just not gonna fall out of the box and be easy to put up, because you've got to understand how they wound it up so that it unwinds in a way that you're not got a nest of lights all meckled up. And yeah, it was kind of comical. I was out there trying to do this with that first set, and I got it all messed up. But they are in the house. They do look good, and I'm quite happy. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been a Tarkis Zone product review.